Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Sorry about that 1 week hiatus there. We had the really nasty storm come through the area, so we lost a lot of power on our neck of the woods. But welcome. We're excited to get back to the conclusion here of our journey in Cesterfield. So we'll bring our players back into it. Oh, looks like our screen orders got all out of order. So I'll fix that as we're going through here. But as always, there is a dice giveaway at the break, so make sure you stick around for that so you can get to see your code, so that way you can actually enter that word into the chat for a chance to win. Also, a special thanks goes out to the Sleepy Sorceress on here, but also the Sleepy Dragons Need Coffee on Instagram. Same person, but she did the amazing artwork you actually see on the screen right now. It's a little bit of an update for us, so we appreciate kind of the new images. It's actually really cool looking. We love them. Also, just so you guys are just a reminder, podcast stream games that we actually play on here are now available in podcast format for those of you that have long commutes or just happen to miss our show. Tonight's episode will be available on Sunday along with the VOD of this stream on YouTube, so you can check it out there. We'll also be doing a rerun of this episode tomorrow night, just in case you guys missed anything. So be on the lookout for that. Don't forget, we also have a Discord community you can also check out as well. If you want to talk to other like-minded individuals about Dungeons & Dragons, any funny memes you want to check out, or just link up for your own online games, there's actually places where you can do that in the different channels that we have there. Link for that's going to be down below. Also, through the use of channel points and bits, you can have an impact on our game and on the dice actually in real time. Check out those parameters below so you can actually see how you can change the course of our adventures, which is pretty cool. Also, if you're interested in any one-on-one Dungeon Master PC coaching, in addition to any of our other social medias, you can actually check those out via the links down below as well. So while I fix all these screens, Ben, do you have any announcements coming up for your YouTube channel?
Not for the YouTube, but we should have new episodes of The Collective Raw over on Anchor coming up soon. As I say, we recently got to interview New York Times bestselling author Matt Forbeck about his newest endeavor, Shotguns and Sorcery, using the Cypher system, which I'm actually super excited about. It's kind of a noir setting, like it's like 1940s detectives comics meets D&D. So
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's super cool, amazing art, like obviously great setting. I was gonna say you can check it out either on like I said, the podcast should be up in the next week or so, I would imagine. That depends on our editor. But yeah, I was gonna say it should be coming out soon. And I was gonna say the Shotguns and Sorcery you can check out anytime by checking out Matt Forbeck's information either on Twitter or Facebook.
Awesome. And then, Ashley, what's going on with you guys over at Are You Sure You Want to Do That? And I hear you guys started your little Icewind Dale campaign.
We did. We started officially last week on the 6th, and that was so much fun. I got to introduce Evelyn to the world. I've been working on her for what feels like forever. And yeah, it was great. We got to introduce all of the amazing characters and got to premiere the beautiful character art that Mary over at Foxy Maps does. And just it's so surreal because we've been talking about this for months and now it's here. So tune in, guys, every Tuesday on Slade's Paradise. Here on Twitch at 11:30 a.m. EST. This week's episode of Interviewing With, we will have the Aussie Warlock from TikTok, and then we also have premiered our podcast, Damsels and Hags, which is all of the females from Are You Sure You Want to Do That, talking about our experiences with D&D and so much more. But yeah, we have a lot of cool stuff. And this again, just a quick shout out to my friend Mary. Check out her beautiful maps at Foxy Maps, her Patreon, where she gets them all the time. So yeah, that's all for me.
Awesome. All right. Anything from JD or Jody? Other than that awesome looking toothpick.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody needs fashion advice, you can get me at jodyzamoron.edu. I can help you with that.
I mean, so you look pretty cool.
I got you. It's very exclusive, though.
Right,
Oh, of
limited
course.
time application.
I don't think I could pull it off.
You know, maybe JD, maybe you can.
I like the headband better. I could pull that off.
It's the toothpick that really pulls it all together.
Yeah, it really does. It absolutely does pull it all together. I love it. Oh, shoot. All right, so without further ado, let's dive in. So I'm gonna this up. All right, so last we left off. After being informed of an incoming attack on the small hamlet of Cesterfield, you all sought an audience for one of the commanding officers in defense of the town of Dewhurst that actually recently got overrun, Captain Reichel. And after gaining some valuable information on your of your enemy, you actually convinced the captain to accompany you and your party, along with his small little regiment of soldiers that were kind of left after Dewhurst was overrun. These men to actually go and defend the town of Cesterfield. After you have acquired some standard issue armor and equipment from the garrison. It's been a week, guys. You guys decided to make your way to find this monster called a Trex. A monster you were commissioned to find and kill by the hand of justice. And you actually came up with an idea of possibly using it in the defense of the town. After some creative baiting and the dispatching of a basilisk along your way, you were able to lead this Trex all the way down to the town of Cesterfield, with the attack just beginning but already in progress. Exhausted, you guys released the Trex on the town, which was interesting. And you guys were able to fight your way through until eventually, and you eventually dispatched a number of Duergar soldiers on your way to defeating the leader of this particular regiment. Also defending yourselves and killing the T-Rex after the fact in the process, after it decided to make a meal out of you. After which you all inspected the bodies of the killed on the battlefield, and one of you found a note on one soldier that described orders to find a younger drow girl, fitting the general description of your party member Juliet, saying, "You must find the missing child of House Lamont." And that is where we left off. You are still on the battlefield with one level of exhaustion. And are obviously exhausted from your battle, but what would you like to do?
I told you it was all because of her.
Oh, is this my fault? Okay, yes, technically it is my fault, but it's not my fault.
Why are they all after you? An entire army of people after you.
Now, let's not jump to any conclusions here.
Not quite an entire army. It's definitely a sizable unit, but not an army. Yeah.
Yet.
This is a conversation we should have in a private setting.
Everybody's hair is dead. Pretty private.
Captain Reichel just kind of, with a couple of individual units that are left, they're just kind of like...
He looks pretty alive.
Right. We'll go over here.
There's a lot of houses around here.
Yeah, I was gonna say
find our way inside.
I was gonna say if we can find like a house that's not on fire.
I mean, there's plenty of houses that are still on fire. If you guys want to find a house that isn't on fire, there is a couple that are untouched by the Duergar. Like I said, you guys were able to get in there before the town was completely overrun. I mean, there's still plenty of small fires lit and some houses on fire, but you would be able to find a house that you can find some privacy while Captain Reichel and his men go around kind of putting out all the other fires while you guys deal with yours.
I was gonna say, yeah, like as much as I would like to help with that, I think we have like party fire to put out, so probably gonna have to take care of it.
Yeah, and you guys are able to easily find some place.
All right, yeah. So without disturbing too much of the acquaintance of the town, more so than the Duergar have done, I'm gonna look at Juliet and be like, so. House Lamont. Not ringing any bells.
I'm gonna turn to Maury. You remember where the other night when I was telling you I don't come from a very good family that does a lot of good things?
Yes, ma'am.
This is them.
I think maybe we need to expound on not a lot of good things.
Well, do you want the short story or do you want the really long, detailed story?
I think I want whatever version of the story keeps our friend Timmy from trying to kill you.
If you touch me, I will kill you.
I don't need to touch you. I have plenty of spells.
I have plenty of spells too.
He is pretty loaded for bear here. I think we need perhaps the abbreviated version for now to get us kind of caught up to where we are. Perhaps we can go into detail when things aren't on fire as I like press the digitation out like the window.
You missed the spot.
Roof is like starting to catch.
Yep.
Like
It's still there, by the way.
but yeah.
I'll just go hit it with my shield, just like the other fire Juliet started.
I didn't.
So I'm gonna pull out
fire.
Catching onto a theme here.
like I'm like with like ready to like write this shit down, like because if this is no offense, Juliet, I personally I do not that this is your fault, but I know how royalty can be, or nobility, I guess would be the proper term. Well, at least how human nobility can be. But so any information that you can give us might help us in helping you.
Absolutely.
Okay. I left home 20. I lost count. If I think it's been 20, it might have been less years ago.
So just before I was born, or just after I was born.
And I was supposed to be a cleric. A drow priestess, actually.
So-
And
Okay.
there was some trials that I was supposed to go through. But I didn't because I ran from home.
So is this a succession thing or like these trials? I truly do not know about the drow or your people.
You could have just said drow. You people sounds a lot worse.
My apologies.
Trials of law, who my people worship.
How do you spell that?
L-O.
How do you spell Lamont?
No, not at this moment. Let's see. But I spell it for you.
Okay.
There we go. I have to like physically look at it.
That's okay.
Oh, L-O-L-T-H. There we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I did it. Okay. We do trials of law, And if you don't pass some of the trials, you become a giant spider monster. Also, hardly there's any of us that's really nice. We're all interesting creatures.
Well, I mean, I'm sure all of us have weird traditions, maybe. But I guess the important part here is, why did you leave, though? Were you afraid? Were you... that's what I'm trying to understand. So you didn't do these trials, but why?
I mean, she said if you fail, you become a giant spider.
Well, I mean, I don't know why you think you'd fail. You've proven yourself to be a mighty warrior.
It's not the path that I wanted to be on, Maury. It's not who I want to be. I don't want to be a matron mother. I don't want to be a drow priestess. I've lost. I don't want to be an evil being. It's not me. There's not many of me, and I'm looked down as weird. Most of us don't even survive.
So you left these trials, and now these people are after you because of that?
I mean, I can't see why they would be looking for me.
We keep saying they. Who's they?
Good question.
Well, it would be my mother. And then it would be the rest of the drow house. The rest of House Lamont.
So not just a person or two. This is an entire house looking for you.
Yup.
How many in a house?
Who do we have to kill?
Timmick, I love you. And I love when you turn into a chihuahua. But you will not survive killing them. We've managed to kill some Duergar. We've managed to kill some specters. There's a lot worse stuff down there than just my mother.
So I'm familiar with the terminology and the basics of the Underdark. I've heard of it, but I'm not sure, like, I understand the scope of it. Is it like a nation? Is it what can...
It's like a bunch of caverns. It's really dark.
How many houses are there?
Ooh. DM, how many houses would be down there?
In this particular, you would know from being there, there's 10 houses actually in this society.
10 houses?
Did you say 10?
10. But we're always fighting with one another, so 10 can easily become 9. And 9 can easily become 3.
Where would you say Lamont falls on the power rankings?
Number 2.
Oh, well, I mean, that's good and that's bad.
It's really bad.
Well, okay, it's
Really.
but it's bad,
Really bad.
but there's 10. Like, how many people, how many, I mean, you see how many people, humans, are around here, right? Like, so 10 houses, how many drow can that be?
Those are 10 superior houses. There is more. lesser, less worthy.
I mean, how would you compare to Shirley's family house? Bigger, smaller?
Bigger.
Oh, Lord.
So you say there's worse things down there that we can't fight. I'm assuming they're going to keep sending worse and worse things to the surface to try and get you back.
A good point.
They may not.
Okay.
I don't know how many more Trexes are around that we can befriend to help us fight.
You guys kill them.
Well,
You would have been my best friend. We were talking, we were having a conversation, and then you killed him.
It was our mission to kill him. That's why we were out here.
We could have simply just taken his toe and he would have been fine.
Nah.
I mean, I don't think his toe. But that aside, if you think we would be able to deceive them into thinking you were dead and leaving you alone?
Maybe we can send one of her toes.
Touch a single one of my toes, I will shave off your beard.
I mean,
We'll go back quickly.
Please don't.
Dale.
They will have to lick my hair for a while.
Please don't.
What I haven't been around a lot. I haven't seen a ton of battle, but from what I have seen, when you eviscerate a group of mercenaries, they don't usually send a lighter crew the second time. So if they want you, I fear that the next wave will be a bit more prepared than a few shorties.
I don't understand how they talked the Duergar into fighting for them. I mean, we're not really known as friends down there.
Money. They probably paid them.
Exactly. So, as much as I feel for your plight, I'm assuming that you are, again, next in line in the succession.
I mean, I do have other sisters.
This was my follow-up question. How many other sisters do you have? How many would...
I have three. I had a brother, but they killed him.
Oh boy.
I have heard of such thing.
I want to ask Moron if he's also a noble. I feel left out now.
There's nothing noble about my past, that's for sure.
I go to give him like a high five.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
You are both two of the noblest people I've ever met.
I agree.
I think there's a difference between being on board with your friends and being noble.
You're not wrong.
So, yeah. Since we're getting this all out there in the open, I should also probably tell you guys that I may have sold my soul to a white what are they called? A white tiger named Rakasha or something like that. For some power.
I might need a bit of clarification. What?
So real quick, DM.
Yes.
How does Oberyn feel about this sort of thing? Like, I'm assuming I would have some knowledge. Like,
Oh, of like you mean of Juliet's particular situation with the
Yeah.
Probably not a good idea.
Oh.
Instinctual, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
I mean, like he's not gonna so
suggest it, right? Like it's not on this to-do list.
yeah, like I mean, there's only I mean, it's definitely not very moral. Well, I mean, it depends on what this patron is. Well, most patrons that ask you to sell you their soul are probably not on the best of terms
Right,
with the
like,
more good aligned gods.
I was gonna say Oberyn's just like, hey, try not to be a dick. You know, like try and help people. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't like say like, hey, I'm gonna need that soul of yours, like sign here. Oh, okay. All right. All right. See, that complicates things further. But
I did it for the right reason. I also died. It gave my life back. And it gave me some interesting powers.
what I'm sorry, we just need to back up like 2 steps here. You died?
Yes.
Oh. This story's busier than a one-legged cat in a sand pit.
Like, I feel like Red at this point is probably so tired, like everything is funny. Like, so he's okay. I think while I have my training to fall back upon as a noble,
Mm-hmm.
maybe Lady Vesk or Lady Chiton or my mother would know better how to handle this situation. I am more proficient in other matters of state. But I agree with Morharon's statement that this isn't going to get better before it gets worse.
No. No, none of this is going to get better.
Especially if your family is larger and more powerful than my own. Like, not playing my own trumpet here or anything like that, but my own family is well protected, well emplaced. We command a small army, but there are few who would, dare either politically or, militarily to take us on. So if your family feels comfortable, essentially, for a lost soul come and invade our lands, that says something about them.
Or
Does Chesterfield have a tavern?
It did.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's very.
The farming town.
I start looking around the building we're in, looking for anything in cabinets, any kind of alcohol anywhere.
All right, give
Did
me an
I
investigation
see-
check.
Did I see any cows when we were outside?
No, you didn't see any cows, but you did
Goats?
notice. Yeah, you did see a few goats.
I want to see if there's any females I can milk.
Sure.
I
You
will.
do, you do that. You find a female goat and you get milk.
I bring it back to the group.
All right, sounds good. Investigation check, Moron.
I just rolled it 6.
Solid. You find a You do find a bottle of some sort of pungent aroma that looks like a spirit.
Here you go, Shirley. I think I found you something.
I'm gonna be looking for wine.
You know,
Investigation check disadvantage because someone already looked for drinks. That's on brand. No,
How's this going?
you find a lot of empty wine bottles, but no
So-
actual wine.
I'm actually gonna kind of like point at like I think we left the jug on the cart, moron. While swigging whatever this pungent brew he found is.
Okay. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Here, give me a chair here. Ooh, that's not.
Ooh, it burns. It burns a lot. And then you realize this is not what you thought it was. This is not. This is someone's weird bathtub moonshine kind of concoction that's got some other stuff mixed in with it. It's not. It's not great.
It's not healthy. No.
Otherwise, you're fine. You don't like lose anything, or you don't get more exhausted or anything. You don't lose your lunch, but it's like the equivalent. It's the equivalent of the Ron Swanson family moonshine from Parks and Rec, if you've ever seen that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But I thank you for getting us up to speed, Juliet. Or should I say Lady Lamont?
Please don't call me that.
My apologies.
I mean, nobody asked, so I didn't tell.
Fair enough. Until I received the summons, I did not venture my upbringing as well, so I can understand.
You know, it's not like I'm gonna go around to people and be like, "Hi, my name is Juliet. I'm from House Lamont. Did you know that my family could possibly kill you in your sleep?"
And that's what they were doing. They killed tons of innocent people out here in the countryside.
God damn it!
That's the issue I have here.
I didn't know. I didn't think they would still be after me.
Well, we need to figure out what to do to get them to stop doing that.
You can always send them you.
I mean, that would probably stop them. But that aside, I was thinking, probably not the best time for it, but inspiration strikes when it strikes. And where is? Well, maybe we should find a location outside of town. I have something to show Timmick.
You want to do that now?
Yeah.
Wherever we go, I'm ready for a nap.
Yeah, that's probably a great idea. Idea. We can go find a nice, quiet field that I'm sure is not too far away. And I will show Timmick the new thing that I learned.
Okay. You're able to find a spot where you're kind of looking for outside of town to be able to do that. Yeah, easy enough.
Bam. And then, oh, did that actually do the thing? Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
It doesn't actually sound like that, but and then we can.
So what happens? I want you to describe this.
So
It's your spell. How does it happen?
So like I imagine like he obviously the bagpipes. Like he kind of looks at Juliet and he's like, you know what?
thought I took them
Been
away.
enough trouble today. I don't think this can make it any worse. And just starts like whirr, whirr, and like you just see like everywhere like these like tiny little spurts like start coming up out of the ground, and like he just gets more and more into it, and like it just kind of ebbs and flows, and as it does you see like everywhere just like grass growing, and like, you know, these thistles and branches, and like even the wheat that's there like starts like shooting up. And there was like maybe like a little hint of like some like, you know, gold or green like kind of hanging onto it to show that it's not, you know, not quite natural.
Yeah.
Who's farming when we have you, Red?
This is pretty cool.
Yes. What do you think? Yeah. Also,
Very cool.
I'm not sure where the path went that we took out here. It makes everything difficult to read.
Yes, it does. In
So-
a 100-foot radius.
Yeah, it's a very big spell. That's why I found a field. Because I didn't want to make the poor townspeople have to like not only stop their town from burning down, but then have to wade through the weeds to do it.
Well, and then also like have the entire fields burning and on fire when the fire eventually licks over there because of, you know, drought and famine, and the fact that it's also really hot. So yeah, I get it.
Exactly. I mean, maybe this will help offset things. You know, I made the wheat grow.
Maybe.
Nice to you.
You guys hate me?
No,
Of course
No.
not.
Family.
I.
I hate that we don't have a better answer, but we can never hate you.
No.
Thanks.
I have a complicated relationship with my family, so I understand.
If you think your relationship with your family is complicated, at least your family doesn't want to kill you.
Well, I mean,
How about I
I
make
don't
you
think my family could, honestly. Well, maybe my dad, but
How about I make you a deal, Red? How about we do whatever we have to do here? We get back to the tavern. First round is on me, which you know how I drink.
deal.
And you tell me your story, and we'll have a good laugh.
That's fair. That's fair.
And we'll try to figure out how I cannot get everyone killed.
It's a good idea.
So what else was we supposed to be doing in this town? It's been a week.
Just to catch you guys all up, you guys are all still exhausted. It is night. And this is just on the heels of that battle. So you guys do have the flexibility to kind of do what you want to do. You can, but you are currently in a state where it is evening and you guys already have a level of exhaustion.
You should sleep.
I agree.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Red will probably make his way back to town or what have you, and meet up with Captain Reichel, and just kind of help out where he can, take a shift or something if needs be at watch. Just kind of be there for the men.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah. And for the most part, like the men aren't really going anywhere. Like they're not leaving because it's night. So that's you're able to find Captain Reichel, he's there available to talk to if you want to. Right now he's like currently in a conversation with one of his soldiers. So
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll approach him out and I'll wait till he's done, his discussion or what have you, and then I'll approach him and just
Yes, hi. So, Shirley. We did it for now, I guess.
put on a very good show, Captain. Thank you. The town
Well,
owes you much.
pardon?
Chesterfield, as well as Nulgrim, owe you much. You are a
Oh,
brave and good soldier.
I'm here to serve you, serve the Duke.
You serve the people. That's what's important. I will mention your name to my father, at the very least.
Thank you, but why?
You didn't have to come back out here. It would have been well within your rights. I would have entirely understood that you chose to remain at the keep. You already fought this enemy once, and by all rights, none of us should have made it through this, but I think between the treks and your own valiant efforts, we surprised them, and we won. Through luck. We'll be prepared next time. We know what they're capable of. You especially. Will need you and your men's strength in the days to come.
Oh, thank you. I'm just, it's an honor to serve you and your family and the people. Just following orders. But thank you. It's nice to hear that. I'll make sure that your father and my commanding officers all are aware of what these things are, at least what I've seen between here and Dewhurst are capable of, like we did today. And I hope it's enough.
Good man. Good man. Is there anything I can assist you with, Captain?
Well, the men pretty much have most of the recovery efforts down. There was a few casualties for some civilians, but not too many. Right now, my men are just we finished up putting up all the fires and stuff like that, kind of taking account for everybody that's here, ensuring that at least to an extent, like we know generally speaking what the population was. We haven't run a census down here in a very long time, but we can get a gauge of kind of the casualty count. It seems that from what my men have reported, is that we've averted a disaster here, which is good. But as far as anything else, report back to your father while we get all this stuff sorted out, I suppose.
I will. Thank you. And
Sir.
with that, I'll kind of excuse myself, and if I see anybody that kind of looks a little worse for the wear or whatever, I'll give them a little healing word, or just kind of chat them up, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and you're able to do that kind of casually going through town. Is there anything any of you are also doing while Shirley's having this meeting? Are you checking in with anybody?
Know anybody here?
Nope.
Fair. All right. With that, is there anything that you guys want to do the rest of the evening before going to bed and starting your next day? Where there is a regiment here, you don't really have any worries about necessarily like running into anything. If any of you want to take watch, like I know Shirley, you mentioned you want to take one round. If you want to take what you can, but there is a regiment of soldiers here that is willing and able to do so as well. So
Just gonna go sleep.
Me too.
You're able to do so. The night goes uneventful, and you wake up the next morning with the results of a long rest. So spells back, everything else is back.
More exhaustion.
No more exhaustion. The morning greets you. It's a nice morning. It's sun's kind of gleaming in through a couple different little clouds peeking in through the sky, but get the music going too. But other than that, the morning is yours. What would you guys like to do?
Well, I don't think there's enough wine or ale in this town for us at the moment.
No.
So,
But man, can I use it.
I was gonna say, plus we definitely have to get the report back to Keep.
And we need to become a part of that group.
Yeah, we got to get back to the hand of justice, that's for sure.
True.
I gotta go check on Sir Squeakington. I left him in the room.
A wise decision.
I
Yeah,
can see.
I left him in the room with plenty of meats and stuff.
Okay.
Because he didn't have cheese.
Yeah, that's right. There's
Obviously, out of cheese, 100%.
I think this bag of holding, if we keep this milk in here much longer, we might have plenty of cheese.
I think that's what Timmick is aiming for. Is I kind of like look at Timmick.
To make my own blend of cheeses.
Ooh, a blended cheese. Ooh.
I'm gonna dump this goat milk from yesterday in there too. Mix it around.
Sounds,
Oh, jeez.
sounds delicious.
Yeah, can I make a Constitution saving throw for in real life me?
If you need to go vomit, go right ahead.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, what it's like 2 days back to Nolgrim. Something like that, right? Or at least a day.
Yeah, at least.
It's a day and a half, technically. So you guys, well, I have to think. It's a full day's travel, but where you guys last time spent the night going kind of one way and the other, that's what took you a day and a half. So it'll take you most of the days to get back. With you guys kind of generally knowing, well, you guys actually went a different way. Yeah, so I will have you guys, I do need to have you guys give me a skill check for the skill challenge. Tell me what you guys are doing on your way back. So in order to make your journey hopefully less eventful.
All right, let's see here. I find some excuse to use my athletics.
There's plenty of reasons to use your athletics.
So like,
You
yeah, I
have
was
to
gonna
pick
say,
up the horses.
yeah, I imagine at some point, like basically, you know, Amish and Dougal just like are like, why the are we back on this road? Like, come on, seriously, we've been up and down this road twice now within one day. So like, I'm just.
I mean, you don't know what they think because you can't talk to them.
I mean, like that's my. I basically am like, you guys are taking too long, and just like grab the reins and like start
okay.
trotting, like leading them.
Sure, I'll allow the athletics check, although it's pushing it. And with a 25, that is a success. You are able to kind of mush them a little bit and get them moving, but that's borderline.
I will tend to wounds of our steeds, of our people. I'll just make sure everybody's wounds are taken care of.
Yeah, that's a great medicine check. It sounds like to me.
And I excel at it.
Yeah, you totally excel with that 6. Just so everybody knows that.
It's like a weeping wound. No, you're fine. Everything's good.
Yeah, everything looks good, man.
If you like poke it and it like squirts out a little, like no, that's normal.
That's how it's supposed to be, fellas. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I will be encouraging the horses and Dougal.
Hamish and Dougal.
Hamish and Dougal. I will be encouraging them, talking to them, asking them how are they feeling, and saying they're doing such a good job. Who's a good horsey?
It takes a lot of the feeling away from my hurt foot. Go ahead and roll animal handling.
Sure.
Solid.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I will request my broom back from Juliet, and I will fly up above and scan the surroundings.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Okay. With all of that, with that 24 perception check, you actually do see, kind of off in the distance a little bit, you actually do see what appear to be two, what you can recognize them. There's two orcs kind of off in the distance, kind of talking to each other, kind of almost at this point around almost like a campfire, kind of like carving up some meats and stuff like that. But you can kind of see them over there. So you haven't necessarily run into them and like there's something happening, but like you'll have to like find a way to avoid getting giving away your position in order to get around them if you guys choose to avoid them.
That's perfect because I was planning on practicing my stealth.
Perfect.
On the other hand, wasn't.
Yeah,
that was the opposite plan of what I had.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah. So I'm like, okay, I realize, but this is the perfect opportunity. It's only two orcs, right? Like we need to work on this. Like sometimes taking the enemy by surprise is the best, or avoiding them altogether when you have bigger fish to fry is the best strategy.
All right. So what are you suggesting here?
I suggest we sneak past them, but I don't know if this is gonna work.
All right.
How
Well,
far away are we, Harry?
You guys are right now where your current position is. You're about 35 feet away from them.
35 feet away. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna tell these horses to stop. We're not going any closer.
Oh god. We're so stealthy.
What is the weather conditions in the sky right now?
Clear as day.
Yeah.
sound like
Not
jingle
anymore.
bells.
I'm calling lightning, and to try to trick these orcs into thinking there's a storm coming in.
Okay.
There is. It's called gimmick.
Here we come.
I'm not using it to attack them yet. I'm just making the storm cloud.
Okay. All right. So you cast your call lightning. They kind of all go. They do look up. That'll allow you guys to have advantage on your stealth checks, which two of you have rolled already.
Ooh, made.
I'm glad we had that advantage.
Yeah, me too. With that whole line. Oh shit. Okay.
Okay. Moharan, what kind of armor are you wearing, by the way?
It's heavy armor, so it's a straight roll, which still makes it the 2.
Okay. Yeah, no. Even through like kind of the lightning kind of coming and the storm clouds kind of swirling, they know you're there, and they. Sorry, go ahead.
I want to call lightning on a tree in the distance, like over their shoulder, basically.
Okay. You can do that. It does distract them briefly. They kind of turn around, but they see Moharan plain as day. It's kind of hard with the 2. So I will have you guys roll initiative once I get you guys over there. So give me 1 second.
Oh snap! These poor orcs. They don't even know what's about to happen. Level 5 now. I mean,
they don't.
I don't even know.
They do not.
Even no.
All right, let me fix the stream here. All right. Let me get everybody on the initiative. That would help. All right, so go ahead and roll initiative, guys.
Little hand is not popping up for me. DM.
Oh,
yeah.
I did it for you, I think.
Gotta reload Foundry.
Yeah.
Oh no!
So I'm at 10% loading for the forest map.
Oh, you are?
It let me roll my my initiative though.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, and it showed up over here.
Yeah, I rolled a 20, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did.
For
you
real?
actually did.
Nice. That's baller as.
That's what Timic does.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
I'm at 30.
If you guys can watch it on the stream, actually, can I
Okay.
start a virtual camera from here? I don't know if I can do that at the same time. I'll play with that another day. Timic, your first act, they're about, like I said, 35 feet-ish away from you guys. What would you like to do?
Am I still flying on the broom?
Yes, you are.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm flying.
You're not super high. You're close enough to the air, but I mean, you're in the air. Yes.
I'm flying in plain view in the air, and these orc didn't see me because I rolled high enough stealth.
Yeah. They still don't know you're there.
That's
Yeah, I will. Oh, hold on, the map is loaded for me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I will strike this one with Call Lightning. So it's a Dexterity save.
Okay. That's a 17.
It succeeds. Does it
Okay.
take half damage?
Yes, I think it does for Call
Yes.
Lightning.
Damage.
Woo! All right, so 20 halved.
Whoa,
Look at that awesome
look at
effect.
that.
Gotta love Call Lightning. So it's 20 points of damage.
So half, so 10.
Yep.
And then I will move over to here. And since using that as my bonus action, can I still use a bonus action to put Shillelagh on my staff? Does that work?
If you've already used the bonus action, then no. But you can use an action.
To put Shillelagh on my staff?
No, you can't, unfortunately, because it's a bonus action. I wish they would allow you to just forego that, but that's not how it works, unfortunately. You have a cantrip you can cast?
Yeah.
That's not Shillelagh, that's a damaging spell.
Yeah, I will, what's the range on this one? I will do Chill Touch on the same one.
Okay, go for it. Oh, if only it was that nat 20. So, let's see. Yep, 7 points of damage. Let's see here. Yep, that hits. It does do 7 points of damage.
I am done.
Alright, cool. Is everybody over here? Yes, they are. Brings us to this orc. It sees you're up in the air, but can't do anything about it. Not really. Actually, maybe it can.
Oh, damn. Call Lightning is so huge.
I know. I'm gonna turn it off just because it's kind of ridiculous.
I'm surprised my computer's running that.
I don't
I
know.
know. I know. It's kind of like ridiculous how much it's doing. All right. So it's going to actually, because you're the only one that's gone, it's actually going to cast a guiding bolt at you.
What? Mom.
Yeah, these might be special orcs. It's not the natural 20. It's a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. That's going to be 14 points of damage. And the next attack on you has advantage. Which, I mean, good luck hitting you, right?
I failed my Constitution save. Call lightning's gone.
Call lightning is gone. Yeah, that's all you can do.
Oh wait, no, I have Warcaster.
You have Warcaster, so you have advantage. Is it a plus or is it just advantage?
Well, I roll a 21 on the. Yeah, you get advantage.
Oh yeah, so then you're fine.
Hey, yeah.
It's going to use its bonus action and its action. Well, I don't even know if it needs to do that. Let me just see how far this is away. Yeah, he's going to use his speed and his bonus action because he has the aggressive feature and moves right up in your guys' faces after that. So he just kind of and then just goes straight for you guys. But that's all he can do in his turn. Brings us to Morharon.
I give this ugly fella a smile and go to work.
All right. 16 does hit, and it looks like, is that maximum damage you rolled there?
That's max damage.
Jesus. So you're able to come in there with your maul and just whack, and you actually hit this orc right across the face, just kind of breaking his jaw in the process.
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, 16 hits as well. You're able to hit him for another 8 points of damage as you kind of then reverse and take the backhand and right back across the side, hitting him in the ribs. Like, and then for your thrown hand axe, a 13 actually is going to miss. So you kind of throw the hand axe at him, but he kind of just like, as he's kind of like holding his rib, he just kind of throws his body out of the way of the next attack. Anything else on your turn other than moving around to the other side?
Yeah, I'm going to move around to the other side, and that's it for me.
Alrighty. That's going to bring us to Juliet.
Now, Maury, let someone else also have some fun. I'm going to step into his place, summon my blade.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to hit him.
Alright, go for it.
That would be with advantage. There we go.
Yes, it would. It's that first roll. You don't have to click it twice. It's just the first roll. A 13, unfortunately, does not hit.
But I have 13 blades, so I can go again.
Yes, you can. Gotta love Thirsting Blade, right? 18 does hit, though. Or 22, actually, technically. So you kind of come in from the back and try to like jab it into the side of this orc, making contact. He's looking pretty hurt.
Cool.
Cool.
That's my go.
All right, brings us to Shirley.
So, sorry, I don't know. Wait.
Oh boy.
Oh jeez.
That lovely, dry Wisconsin weather. Let's see here. I am. Is this the one who casts the spell?
Yes, it is.
All right. So I actually want to. Let's see here. I have. I'm gonna go ahead and pop him one in the face for starters.
Make his nose bleed.
Nosebleed.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm trying to give him a nosebleed. Why did that know? Oh, whoops, wrong one.
Just notice that.
It's like a massacre right now.
Just notice that.
With a 12, unfortunately, that Tavern Brawler Strike does not hit. So you try to go in and punch him, but unfortunately he just sees it coming after being berated by everybody else and just kind of like, it just kind of instinctually gets out of the way.
All right. Well, don't think. Then I'm going to tell use my bardic inspiration
Okay.
and tell Juliet, try and keep this one alive so we can talk.
Okay.
Fine.
And that's going to be it for me. Ooh,
Alrighty.
not pretty quick.
That brings us to this guy. This guy, with his movement, I believe. Oh yeah, he can definitely do that. Is just gonna meander his way down here.
I'll use my reaction when he comes in there.
Aren't you up in? How high in the air are you?
Oh, how do my spores hit him?
How far does your spores go? 5 feet?
It's when they come in range of me.
Sure, I'll allow it.
10 feet of you.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay, it's just a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That is going to be 7.
Blood everywhere.
So that's going to be a D4 necrotic damage.
What?
Oh, it's almost a D6 too. Learn D4s. Never roll them. There it is. All right, so 2 points of damage. All right, so now this guy gets to go. He. Yeah, he is going to use his claw attacks. So he's going to use 2 of them. So 2 of them coming at you here, Shirley.
Oh,
At
pretty
advantage. So it's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, and that's going to be 9 points of damage, which I'll put into your character on here.
Okay.
And then another claw attack coming at you. That is going to be a 15 to hit.
That does not hit.
Ooh, that's a good thing 'cause he rolled max damage on that damage roll. And that will end his turn. Brings us back up to
the shield.
brings us back up to the top of the order. Timic, what are you doing?
I will. Use my bonus action to cast Call Lightning on the guy.
Okay.
Oh wait, you can use your action to call down lightning in this way again. So yeah. All right, I thought it was bonus action. So yeah, I'll use my action to call down lightning on the same guy, this guy here.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Go for it.
And that's a
Dex save, right?
dex save.
Okay. That is going to be all of 16.
Yeah, that succeeds.
Okay, so half damage.
Half damage.
Oof.
Needy.
18 points of damage, half, which is still a big chunk. That's 9. Oof.
I have to put the Call Lightning thing, so the effect's gonna come up again. Yeah, so then I'll use my bonus action this time to put Shillelagh on my staff.
Okay.
And I'll come up here.
Okay.
Oh wait,
I'm gonna
Would-
take the
would
light
I-
off the screen again.
I would have communicated with Shirley to see which one he was going to be attacking.
Okay. Shirley, which one did you want to attack?
Just so I can
Whichever
get-
one was casting spells. Like I want to basically
Alright.
pick the
That was this one.
Okay.
Alright, so I'll move up top so you can have flanking on him.
All right.
All right.
And I'm gonna, jump off my broom too.
Okay. I will denote that. And it brings us to that orc that you guys are flanking now. He is going to... this is a tricky situation. He can't really go anywhere, can he?
Yes.
He is going to lash out at you, Shirley.
Okay.
With his claw attacks. Because he is below half health, He is actually allowed to use 4 attacks.
Oh shit! Son.
So first one coming at you at advantage is going to be a 14 to hit.
Nope.
That's lucky for you. Second attack coming in is going to be 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
That'll be 7 points of damage, which I'll do for you there. Next one coming is 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's going to be another 9 points of damage.
All right.
And then the last one is going to be a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
That is going to be for 7 points of damage.
All right.
Man.
Poor boy.
Thank you for the follow there, Breno.
Ooh. Yay.
Bren094767. Watch me as I use orcs to kill Shirley. And that's going to end his turn. Moharan.
Why don't you pick on somebody your own size, ugly? And I will actually.
You threw the axe?
Hit the wrong one. All right. So
Yeah, you hit the wrong one.
I mean, I can do that ahead of time. Doesn't matter. But if that works for you, I can do that first. But
Let's just do
do this. Let me see.
let's do the 19 because that's your roll to hit, I think, with your mace anyway. So that'll hit, and then just hit your mace so that way you can roll damage.
Yep. It's a.
Because I don't want to throw away your d20 roll just because you misclicked.
I can just roll damage.
Yep. So that's 2
plus 4.
So that's 6 points of damage. How do you want to do this?
I say that to him, pick on somebody your own size ugly, and then I just uppercut him right into his already smashed up face.
Oh yeah, and you just completely like the jaw now just like flies off, and you actually just hit the portion of the upper palate as he just kind of like and you almost cave his nose up into his facial cavity, and he is gone.
And then I'll run down here to this.
Okay.
Run down here to this guy, and I'm gonna look at him and just say, "Don't be stupid. We don't have to kill you either. Just put down your weapons, give up, and let's do this the easy way." And then that'll be it for me for this turn.
Okay. Brings us Juliet.
Go over here, and then going to just hit him a couple times. You know, nothing too crazy.
Things like you do. Yeah. Go ahead and roll for your attack.
Just warlock things.
You know, just warlock things.
Just click. Because I'm on pop out, so I can't see. Did it click DM?
Hit it again. For whatever reason, it didn't go through.
It's like not showing up on the side there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going. Whoa, whoa,
Whoa!
whoa!
Now it
Holy
did-
cow! Here, I'll do it for this round. How's that sound? I don't know what's happening there.
Yeah, it's
but
not showing up.
Yeah, it's rolling, but not showing.
Yeah, that's weird. All right, so it's a 23 to hit, and that's gonna be 9 points of damage.
Cool.
Oh, there are all of her rolls.
All 192 of them, guys.
Oh my god. Okay, so now hit it once. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
All right, 14 to hit. That also hits. How do you want to do this?
I looked to Shirley. I'm so sorry. As I stab him straight through the gut.
And you just shink, and you just see this like the look on its eyes like and as you pull the sword out, and you guys Maury, surely you guys notice this. If you haven't noticed already, when she pulls the sword out, you see the blood and ichor on the sword almost get absorbed into it as she pulls it out. Yeah, he falls down dead. And with that, we are out of initiative. I will get us back to less ominous crazy fighting music.
Dang it.
I'll start checking over the guy in front of me.
Okay.
Start to clean your blade.
That's a 19 investigation.
19. You do find a couple pieces of like a couple copper pieces, but nothing crazy. But mostly what you find is you do find. Let me pull up. You do find on him that these particular creatures have like almost some sort of like strange kind of I wouldn't call it it's kind of like a little talisman they carry around their necks, and both of them have it. And as you notice during the course of the battle, you notice that this there was a kind of a glowing when one of them kind of fired off a guiding bolt, and that's kind of what you would gather is kind of like what they use for their focus. Other than that, they also don't have any weapons on them, actually.
All right, I'll take the talismans, see if I can.
Just write down your character sheet. 2 orc talismans.
Got it.
I was gonna say, if do I see that, or do you like point that out?
Yeah, I would show it to everybody. Sure.
Okay. All right. Can I roll a religion to see if I recognize these talismans?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a history check.
Even better.
Ooh.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
I will take.
Yeah. So with a natural 20, you notice that this symbol kind of represents you being a learned individual, knowing everything that there is to know about orcs. For whatever reason, you were just an orc fanatic in school, and you know that there is kind of like a hierarchy of orcs, and generally speaking, there's a few of them that kind of ascended to some sort of like mini, I wouldn't call it godhood, but like kind of like existential kind of status, or kind of like mythic status amongst the orcs. And you recognize that these symbols are kind of like the symbol for what the orcs refer to as Kluk, but it's also known as the Cave Mother.
Okay.
And she was kind of known to be kind of like a motherly figure that kind of like raised all the wolves. It's kind of like a little small symbol of an etching of a cave bear almost. And she's kind of seen as more of a maternal kind of instinct for kind of like the orc society in general. Generally speaking though, like orcs are still, in this world in particular, they're still very brutal, very instinctual, aggressive of their territories and that kind of thing as well. It is strange though, and with this natural 20 you get even more of this. They don't typically dwell in this area, so it's strange that these two kind of orcs were kind of here. You know them more hanging out towards the mountainous areas, especially near the Dark Top. So for whatever reason, these two were kind of driven from there, or at least they're out here for some reason. You're not really sure why. Not adding up, basically.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's lots of stuff that's not adding up, like the long summer and again the orcs, the Duergar. There's lots of stuff.
I'm not at fault for the orcs.
No,
Gimmick.
There's no showing that.
I mean, if
Prove it.
they ran in foul of the Duergar and had to run from them, perhaps that's what drove them this far south, or away from the mountains.
Perhaps.
But this is not their territory, so to speak. So, yeah, I'll just make a note of it. kind of I don't know, like I feel like
What do you feel, Red?
I don't know. I really wanted to talk to one of them.
Sorry.
I understand commitments as I look at the blade, but they too, as I like kind of point to their talismans, like serve their own, deity. Not something I've ever been particularly religious myself, but I was raised that way. The Duke is a paladin and believes very strongly. I don't know. I feel like it drives people to greater deeds, and maybe that's why they were here. I think I'll take like a minute and like just kind of write them, like I don't know, maybe not say like a prayer or anything for them, but just kind of like make it so they're not a mess.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, it's hard for one of them.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
Nah, they did throw the first punch, so to speak. Timmick tried to warn them off and didn't listen. But anyway.
I'll try to not kill the next one.
Much appreciated. If, again, I understand that your powers come with a price, but it would be nice to
My
know
soul, actually.
But again, this is not their normal territory, so why they're here, it would be nice to know. Maybe. Well, I don't want to make any assumptions. I'll talk to Akumi when we get back. See if she knows anything.
Then let's get back to the tavern.
That seems like a really good idea.
And with that, we will actually go to break. So Ben will let you clean up the absolute bloodbath that you and Shirley both were in, apparently. For those of you who have been hanging around for the dice giveaway, the secret code tonight is actually going to be Lamont. That's going to be spelled Lamonte. Go ahead and put that into the chat for your chance to win the dice, and we'll see you right after the break. And welcome back, everybody. So the winner of the dice giveaway is Vic Fedez 13. So check your direct messages there, Vic Fedez 13, and check your DMs, and we'll get those dice out to you shortly. So let's pick up back where we just were. So you guys are, I guess, currently finishing your journey back to Nulgrim. And unless you guys want to talk along your way, you're able to get there with no trouble at all.
I might just ask everybody what their relationship with their mother's like Timmick. How's your family with?
I haven't seen them for decades.
So, just how does that work for dwarves? Like decades? Is that like months or?
No. I mean, we live longer than your people, but not that much longer that it's a month, you know. It's a fairly long time. I got lost in the woods on the other side of Timberwood.
Okay.
The woods gave me the gift of being a druid. And just never went back. I mean, it's probably like a half-hour walk. I just never went that direction. For all they know, I'm dead. But I'm sure they heard about the crazy dwarf in the woods on the other side of the town.
I mean,
I'm sorry, this is Ben laughing, not Shirley. Ben is laughing that he literally lives like a half-hour walk, not a half-hour drive, a half-hour walk from his family, and hasn't seen them for days.
Yeah. I was too busy trying to stop the logging in Timberwood, but failed and eventually helped them out by stopping those werewolves.
Well,
no.
humans can be very persistent, if nothing else.
I've learned.
Well, maybe we'll have to take a look at what's left of Dewhurst at some point. Maybe we can come to an agreement about that location. Seems like, by all reports, it's a bit of a loss for the people, and it might be a gain for the land. What about you, Moore?
When you say that, I kind of glance over at Juliet and just look at her for kind of looking for reassurance that it's going to be all right to talk about type thing. Yeah. Well, when I was still pretty young, my whole family was killed. My mom, my dad, my brother, and my twin sister. We were just at our house, and this creature, what I've been told is an aberration, came into our house and killed everybody. Left me with this, and I kind of pull my plate to the side, and you see the scar looks like something bit me, but oddly enough, at this juncture, it's not really a scar. It looks like a fresh wound, not bleeding, not pussy, not infected, but they look like fresh teeth marks. It left me with this. It left me for dead, and well, ever since then, I've just had a disdain for all of those disgusting aberrations, undead, all the unnatural things of this world. But this is new.
You mind if I try something?
Oh, don't do that plant growth thing on it. That won't work.
No.
Yeah, I mean the scars have always been there, but this new fresh look like it just happened is only a week. Yeah, please try.
All right, yeah. So I'm gonna try casting Lesser Restoration on it.
Okay. Just give me 1 second.
Okay. I'm not. Healing is. It comes hard to me, but I have some skill with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try my best, but there are better, more knowledgeable people in Nullgrim than myself, as well as across the Empire.
Right. So you cast your Lesser Restoration, and you feel the magic kind of like pulse out of your hand as you kind of go and like kind of wave your hand over the area, and it kind of pulses into the wound. But for whatever reason, this wound is resistant to it, and it still continues to fester, almost as if you'd done nothing to it.
I apologize. I'm unable to. Seems deeper than what I am able to manage.
Oh, there's no apology needed. It's something you tried. It's if I'm being honest with, well, I guess all of you compared to me, I've only ever hit things and used my might to slay beasts. But recently I've been able to do things that I wasn't able to do before. I can tell when there's magic around, and I can understand any language. But when I do, it hurts. The wound hurts. I've never been able to do it before, but recently it happened. And sometimes when I hit with my weapon, I feel an energy come out of it. I've yet to see it do anything, but there's energy when I hit.
Maybe not to raise an alarm, but much like the werewolves we fought previously, mayhaps it's a similar situation where this aberration, which is the only appropriate word for something that kills for sport, I mean, to such wanton destruction. And you see, like, surely, like, his facial expression doesn't really change. Like, you see his jaw, like, kind of clench, and he turns red, but, like you see him like flushed, like bright, but he just kind of like takes a minute and but perhaps it's infected you with something. Not to alarm you further, but we'll have to. Again, there are far more experienced and knowledgeable people than myself in this matter. Something to look into.
I've thought the same thing or something of the sort, but I understand your frustrations. Trust me, I more than most understand how terrible these creatures are. It took me quite a bit to get used to Juliet. And I kind of look at her and give her a wink that, all of those things that are coming after her now, there's a rage every time I see them, because I kind of pull out, and you can see I have a little necklace, and I'll tell you this is the only thing I have remaining of my family. This was my sister's, my twin. I don't want that to ever happen to anybody else again, because I know what it did to me.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. And she'll get up and she'll move next to you and put her hand on your knee and her head on your arm, and it's like, we're family now, though. All of us.
I kind of put my arm around her. No, this is the closest thing I've had to a family in 7 years, 8 years. I don't know, a long time, and I really do appreciate all three of you.
Well, you guys are more family than my actual family.
Well, they want to kill you, so I would hope so.
Thanks for getting the moment, Timmy.
Well, to be honest, I love my family, but with them, it's always been about duty and being next in line, and it's always been
The show.
a chore. I feel responsible. I don't know. And maybe it's partly my own fault, but I definitely feel closer to all of you than I do most of my family. I mean, I always tried to take after my father, but that is his entire life. His entire role is service to the Empire and Oberyn. It's not something I choose, but this group, us, it excites me. It makes me feel good about what we're doing. So thank you all.
Thank you guys for sticking around me, even though I almost got you guys killed.
I'm sure it'll happen again, but we're here for you.
I love you too, Timmy.
I'm more concerned about the innocent villagers that have been getting killed. Not so much worried about myself.
I feel guilty enough as it is already.
All right, let's get to that tavern. I'm ready for a drink.
Let's go.
Are we back in Nogren?
Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
So we're
Headed
going
down.
back to the same tavern we've been to, or?
It's up to you guys. You guys can do whatever you want.
Yeah, they had delicious milk there.
Tavern. My first thing when I get to the tavern, I'm going to say, give me the largest glass of milk that you have.
They serve it in a pewter jug there.
Oh, pewter. Well,
Give me 2 pewter jugs of milk, please.
Okay.
Yeah. It's old, it's fresh, it's good milk.
4 bottles of your strongest wine. And some cheese, if you have it, please.
They're probably sold out again.
You see Jez in there. The man you saw there before, the mutton chops and everything like that, and he just kind of looks. He goes, "Oh, absolutely, there, Miss Juliet." He kind of like looks over your shoulder and sees Timmick back there, and kind of is like,
Ignore the dwarf. I know you have cheese.
Alrighty then. And he's able to acquire. He actually pulls up 2 chilled small pewter jugs of the milk that you guys had from before. He's also able to get you 3 bottles of wine, and he's just like, that'll be about 4 silver for everything.
She'll give her
I'm gonna yell over to Juliet and be like, "Is that the strong stuff again?"
the strong stuff, yes. I give him 2 gold pieces.
Oh well, thank you kindly. I appreciate it.
You got
You have yourself a good evening now.
You got any meat?
Yeah, we got some meat. What are you looking for specifically? We got porks and stuff like that. We've got
Any seafood?
Whatever kind of meat you have.
We do have some seafood. Our fisherman actually just brought some in from today's catch. Yeah, sure, I can get you. We got some good smoked pork I can get for you. And do you want fish there, Mr. Timmick?
No.
Or
If you did.
No.
Maybe not.
Oh, okay. All right. And
I want to lean in kind of close and be like, "You got any raw meat?"
You want unprepared meat?
You have it?
Yeah, we have it. It's just an odd request. Is that what you want?
Yeah, if you got it, that'd be great. Thank you.
Okay. I'll leave some over here at the end of the bar. I don't want people necessarily seeing. And you look behind you, and there's a fair amount of people, especially since it's now evening time, because it does take you about a day to get back. So it is kind of a darker. Sometime around like 7, 8 o'clock right now. And he's like, yeah, I can get that for you. But just it'll be at the end of the bar here for you.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Bring back the bottles of wine. And Timmick, here you go. So much milk. Have at it.
Did you get me wine too?
You want wine? I've hardly ever seen
You've seen that I know how to handle my liquor. So
I
you
mean,
want and
yes, you do handle liquor well. Better than I. So
better.
here's a bottle of wine.
We only got 3. It's 4 of us.
Oh, you want your own bottle? Okay. I go back to the counter. One more bottle, please, of the same stuff.
Of course, Miss Juliet. Here you go.
Just take it back.
Okay.
Shall we? What should we toast to? Not dying or shitty family problems?
Not dying.
I was gonna say, our new family.
To our new family.
Better.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna drink that whole bottle of wine.
Ah, jeez. Constitution
I don't
saving
think
throw.
count.
Yo,
If I see her doing it, I'm going for it.
Great. Constitution saving throw.
I will be serenading the event.
Okay. Let's start with the con saves first before we get too far.
sure.
21.
More, you're like a champ.
Just
You
down
get,
there.
you get a nice buzz, but you're not too sloppy or drunk or anything like that. Juliet, on the other hand,
As per protocol, guys.
as per protocol, Juliet is drunk before she gets to her second glass, and is before she gets halfway through the bottle, she's already in the can, already useless, already unable to really be helpful in any sort of social situation.
Oh, good.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
And then you said you wanted to serenade the bartender or the proprietors of the bar.
I was gonna say, yeah, like I'm not gonna. I don't know. I don't know that I want to like. I just want to like sing something for the group, like not necessarily for the rest of the partakers, but just for us.
Okay. Where you're not looking to impress anyone other than your friends, I'll say you can make a performance check at advantage. But I also would love for you to. I mean, Platinum Dice 07 wants you to sing a song of your people, but
Oh, geez, I don't know. Let's see.
if you got something.
I don't know. What do I got? I'm not a vocalist by nature. Let's see. I don't even know.
I'm gonna pull it out of you one of these days.
Let's see. I'll tell you what. I promise next stream I will be prepared to sing something. I don't know
All right. So you guys all heard that, right? So make sure. So mark that down.
What?
I'm gonna mark it down. Ben. Oh, sorry. Shirley is going to sing. All right. Go ahead and make your performance check with advantage.
All right. Oh, I gotta get back to the right tab. Ooh.
Perfect. With a 27, it's great. Juliet, you're too drunk to recognize that the fact that like you hear some music, but you just don't know where it's coming from. But it sounds really nice.
Out there.
It's right in front of me.
Yeah.
That music is so beautiful.
You recognize that it's bagpipes, but you're just like, man, if only Shirley could play something this good.
I love it.
Shirley does it. I hear bagpipes. They're so beautiful. Why can't you play like an angel instead?
Meanwhile, I'm like looking at my bagpipes while like playing. Like, really?
Not normal bagpipes anymore.
This is just
You gotta pick that up first.
Oh, you don't? I thought she got rid of his other bagpipes. I thought she destroyed his other bagpipes.
No,
I hung on to them because we didn't have time to investigate them. We don't know if they're cursed or not yet.
Well, and you've guys got those spectator skin ones that are being made still.
Yeah.
We're looking around now to see. He's playing them in the middle of this. Anything coming in?
Perception check.
Anything trying to kill us in this bar?
Perception check.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Even with a non-kind just like staring daggers at you guys from the corner of the bar at the same time, you guys are fine.
Just like hitting more. That sound. It sounds so beautiful.
Wait.
Yeah. Now you're...
Anon is glaring daggers at us?
Well, not
Listen.
glaring, but she's just kind of like kind of like one of those like, man, these people make a scene.
Damn straight. We get shit done. We don't pawn our work off on other people.
Can I see? Do I notice that she's looking at us?
I mean, with a 9, yeah, she's not trying to hide it, so.
I pull out my T-Rex tooth and like put it in the air, like, yeah, look all you want. We get stuff done.
Do I notice her or no? Am I just too drunk?
Yeah, you're kind of confused what the commotion's about. You just see her kind of sitting there, just like.
I'm gonna like raise the bottle up there. So good.
They do have good wine here.
It's so good. Why is the wine so good? Why does the wine go away so fast?
It's that.
It's still half full, but yeah.
Brew.
Oh, it's still there.
Gnawing away on my raw piece of meat.
I'm drinking the rest of my wine, by the way.
Oh, great. Give me another Constitution saving throw, please.
Wow.
Let's see. With disadvantage or with it just
Oh,
straight?
disadvantage for sure.
Okay. It wouldn't be a game if I didn't do so.
Ooh, too bad it wasn't it was a disadvantage. With a 7, Juliet, you pass out.
Like,
Oh yeah. I take the rest of my uneaten meat, put it in my pocket, pick her up over my shoulder.
It's like pocket bacon, but gross.
I pick her up over my shoulder. I guess we're calling it a night, boys. I'll fight.
Okay.
I'll be up when I get my wine.
Timic, you're fine.
I'm drinking it nice and slow.
Yeah.
I think that's Juliet's problem. She's drinking it too fast.
that's
Probably.
really the trick. It's pacing.
Yes. I will finish her bottle too before I go up.
What's left of it?
Okay.
Can't let it go to
Jezen's just behind the bar, just like, holy shit.
I mean, that's what happens when you have a dwarf in your bar.
I guess. Damn. Is there anything you guys would like to do before you go to bed?
I'm already in bed.
Well, the other two.
No, I was gonna say because we had to report to Akumi with the T-Rex tooth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'll call it a night.
Okay. I was gonna say, unless you want to take it off of Morharon's person.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. I was just thinking because Anon was there. But
Yeah. Okay.
he's
Yeah, no.
small now.
And with that, you guys are able to get another night's rest without any issues over the course of the evening. So you guys get spells back, health, hit points, all that kind of cool stuff from your guys' one encounter over the course of today. Yeah, so I see that's all going in there. Perfect. And you guys awaken the next morning, except, Juliet. As you pass out,
Oh boy.
hold on, I gotta do something here really quick.
Just
I can find it.
mumbling about murder.
While you mumble about murder,
Maybe scaring Jody or Morharon.
I'm gonna wake up and I'm like, what?
Kill.
That's how she snores.
Kill.
And like the sword just like periodically like appears in her hand and then like goes away.
yeah,
Oh, that's canon now. DM.
yep. Mm-hmm. And in your drunken stupor, in your evening's rest, you're visited by a very familiar figure in your dream.
Hmm.
You've done well, child. You continue to do well. I'm impressed.
I'm impressed too. I'm impressed.
In dream state, you're allowed to talk normally. You're not drunk.
Oh, I'm not drunk. I thought I would still be drunk in like dream stupor.
Nope.
Thanks. What do you want?
I appreciate you being so eager.
I appreciate you if you can get to the point.
Sass.
That's why I like you, Juliet. You don't beat around the bush. That's not the end of the group that's looking for you.
Do you know what else is looking for me?
I do know that there's more of them out there.
More.
More of them. Of the Duergar folks that you had very easily dispatched.
Why would my mother hire a Duergar?
She wouldn't.
So is she looking for me? Or is it somebody else that's looking for me?
From what I can tell, it would seem that these Duergar upstarts of sorts, looking to make a name for themselves. They I can't really know their motives entirely, but it would benefit them to have a member of a high house in their possession.
So I'm a pawn in the game, basically.
It would seem so. At least for these folks. Why they, whether it's a play on Drow society, I don't know. But you're desirable.
Thanks.
By apparently more than just myself. Be careful. My Juliet.
I hate this way.
And you guys wake up the next morning. To no one attacking you or anything like that as the music comes in. And you guys have the morning to yourselves. What would you like to do?
Well, do you guys think we should head to the Hand of Justice first, or do you feel there's more pressing matters to take care of?
Well, I feel like Moran, we should maybe take you to the Temple of Oberon, if you wouldn't be opposed. See if there's anything they can do about your situation.
I mean, maybe at some point. I think there's a few other things we need to handle first. This is quite bothering me in any way. A little pain, but I've lived with pain my whole life, so I feel like I'd hate to take some things we could do as a group and put the focus on me when there's definitely things we need to handle.
Business first, then. All right. Yeah. Then feel like are we like the first group back, or did any of the soldiers come with us, or did they send runners or that sort of thing?
They sent a few runners, but like Captain Reichel is still located. If that's what you're curious about, is Captain Reichel still located in Cesterfield, kind of heading up the kind of recovery efforts there at this point. But okay. Under normal standard procedures, they would send somebody. Yes.
Okay, yeah. I just wanted to make sure that the Duke was informed in the Crimson Guard and all that good stuff. Like, as long as they know what's going on, then we'll head to the Hand of Justice and sort that out first.
Okay.
Juliet's gonna let you guys do that because she's still sleeping right now. She'll meet up with you guys when she wakes up.
I was gonna say I'll write a note for her to and hand it to Justin, like, for Juliet when she gets up.
Right in there, no more wine.
Well, maybe a glass tops.
Yeah, no more bottles.
Yeah, no more bottle service. Cut off.
Maybe water down a few of the things you get her from that.
Justin kind of was like, yeah, it might not be a bad idea. As you guys are sitting there in the middle of the bar, you actually do see Anon kind of like sitting in the corner, almost as if she's patiently awaiting your guys' arrival.
I was just gonna ask, like, is that like something like? Do we know how to, like, or do we have to have her escort us?
Instinctually, the only way you've been able to get in so far is with her leading you. Once you're a member, you'll probably get given the keys to the castle, kind of to an extent. Like, you'll be able to get. But right now, where you guys are still like provisionary, you probably need someone to escort you first, and that's why she's kind of like She's waiting there because she knows she's got to let you guys in if you guys completed your task.
All right. Yeah, I'll walk up to her and be like, "We've done the deed. If you would."
Have you now?
Way. Indeed.
All right. Well, let's go see Akumi and so we can verify this for you. Follow me. And she kind of leads you in the same pathway, kind of like nods towards Jezin and kind of pushes through like or opens up the doorway to the rear of the bar and leads you down that series of hallways into the kind of grand hall, which again, this big kind of large area. Again, you see all these kind of can't remember the word, like heads of like these different kind of monsters and stuff like that. You see you see the manticore actually that you guys recently brought back has already been mounted and put on the wall next to the other one that's already there. You actually do see a rhino and a couple of other things, other kind of like bigger kind of formidable type, like some large bears and stuff like that. Nothing small or anything along those lines. You actually do see like the spine of some sort of like long tail that you don't recognize. That's also there. But you see Jezin, or not Jezin. You do see Akumi staying there, the half-orc individual with her kind of like shaved hair that's like also then tied up here in a little ponytail with her two pretty large tusks and her tattoo and stuff like that. She goes, "Back already? Well, that was fast. Do you have proof of the deed?"
Here you are.
I'll take your word. Well, I'll take your word for it. We wanted to claw, but this'll do. But be sure to, make sure you grab the real stuff for when we actually give you real contracts. And she kind of places it down and goes, "Well, welcome to our small little collective of monster hunting individuals." That's the whole entire presentation. There isn't anything there's not like some grand festival or anything like that. This is how it goes. But you'll have access to kind of our get the good prices on some of our supplies and stuff like that, and provided that it's for guild business, of course. But you also do have the availability to get a few of the other jobs that we have going on here right now. We've got a couple.
That discount's in effect immediately?
Absolutely.
Is there a code word or something that we need to use, or is it just kind of...
I'll make sure to send word to Jezin that everything's on the up and up. Just give him a nod on your way through.
Indeed.
Well, I kind of look to the two guys, and you say you have some current opportunities.
Yeah. I've got a couple. We have a patron who's contacted us to have a troll killed that's been living up in the marsh and swamps, kind of north of Thistlebrush, that small kind of gnome halfling village over there on the other side of the coast. On the other side of the, well, I guess you should say continent, I guess, but on the other side of this land. Not much is known about this troll other than the fact that I guess it's been poisoning some of the water supply in and around the area that feeds the main well into town. We actually were hired by the town to kind of take care of this because they just can't. Unfortunately, they don't have the support from the. They have the support of the kingdom, but only in protecting kind of like their general lands. They can't really send a whole lot of their force out to go find these things. So, if you follow the stream, though, you should be able to find this troll.
Fellas?
I'm game for a troll. Never hurt anybody's reputation to have that notch on their belt. How many members? Is it a secret society, or is this an open invitation? How do we play this?
We're known by the right people. also, generally speaking, higher level officials and stuff like that in many of the townships, and specific people of interest. But we'll be sure to reach out to our contacts for you and make sure that they all know and who to expect. Our organization's still kind of, as far as the folks that take these contracts, is fairly small. Between myself, the 4 of you, Anon, and about 7 other members, there isn't a whole lot of us.
Okay.
But we're effective at what we do. We're good at what we do. And we get results. Which, by the way, if you're wondering, you'll get 2,000 gold pieces for taking out this troll. Provided that you bring its head.
It's head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maury, not its
Make
foot.
a note. Bring the right part this time. I'll kind of give Akumi a wink.
I'm ready to go right now. How about you guys?
Well,
You don't want to
Julius,
hear about the. You don't want to hear about the other one.
How much
I would
money
love
is that,
to.
bro?
Well, they've been given a. This is much more of a vague contract. It's actually given to us mainly by the. Well, honestly, it's. I mean, it's not from your father, but it's from one of your father's higher ups. That's up by the Cloud Spire. General Sebrin. He. Again, not that he can't take care of it himself, but it involves expending resources, which right now apparently they can't afford, so they've hired us. There's a group of almost like frog people, is what they called them. They've been attacking soldiers and some other traders and stuff like that. They've been traveling between Pine Wall and the Cloud Spire, and well, they need to be eradicated. This one, seeing that it's a little bit of, well, I mean, it's kind of double dip for you, I guess, Mr. Shirley, but it is 5,000 gold pieces for these ones. These ones in particular, they want the claws specifically. These long, kind of gnarled ones that kind of, I guess, that they have, I don't really know, but they specifically ask for claws as proof of the deed being done. Now, if you can get your hands on them, like I said, they are actually giving 500 gold pieces per claw as proof of the kills.
In addition to the 5,000?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Oh, yes.
All right. Well,
Really?
in regards to that, it's not, well, how does one go about putting out a contract?
Well, like I said, most of our contracts come from usually leaders of various townships or generally powerful individuals, whether it be there are some reputable wizards and stuff like that that need certain things, but for someone like yourself, it would be as simple as, what do you need done? What monster do you want killed? And we can negotiate on price.
Bounty on Duergar.
Duergar, huh?
We'll say I am not personally as well funded as my father, but we can take care of 1 or 2 of the guild's businesses and sort of keep the money in the business, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Say 25 gold a head and a bonus if anyone can bring us more information on their movements and whereabouts.
Okay. I think that can be arranged. I would need... well, I don't know how much I would. I mean, we've only got 8 other members, but
this may be a continuing thing until we
yes,
sort certain matters out.
right. Well, up front, I mean, I don't know how many Duergar there are out there, but let's say let's start with 1,000 as a deposit for now, and then if we go over that, we'll let you know.
Do a DM. Do I have well, you know what, whether I have permission or not, I'm gonna write him a check.
Oh man,
I'll sort that out later, but like
Wait,
I'll
you guys don't have a grand laying around?
I mean, we probably do as a group, but like I didn't discuss this with the group, so and I don't want to, you know, look unprofessional, so I'll just, you know, kind of like
Oh yeah, you
pull
need to
out a
update your
quill
gold,
and-
man. You guys have way more gold than that.
yeah, I feel like we
so
do.
does Juliet.
Well, according to my character sheet here, it says I have 5 gold. I know that's wrong. I don't know why it's not updated.
I was gonna say I only have 25 in my inventory right now, so like I gotta.
Yeah, so you guys probably all have each like 150 gold pieces, I'll say, at this point.
I have 155 right now, so
Yeah.
we probably
You
Yeah.
guys should all
I know
have roughly the same amount as Morharon, which... 'cause you
All
guys
right,
haven't
I was gonna say,
spent
I know
all
I-
that much.
Spent a bit, so but yeah, so I will like just like, and then I will talk to someone who's in charge of money at the keep as opposed to
We can take care of that offline if that's what you specifically want to do. How?
yeah, I was gonna say just kind of like they know what the issue is. I'm just like gonna basically be like, hey, listen, I put out a contract. You guys are gonna pay for it. Like, I'll help where I can, but for now.
Yeah, and you are able to,
That's-
in essence, write a check. Is if that's what you're trying to figure that out? Yeah, Bank of Data, as Platinum Dice is saying. Yeah, you are able to make that deposit with that check, and you will have to coordinate with and you would know this. You would have to coordinate with Lady Chiton, Lady Degger, or Sir Degger Malens to figure that out. He's the commerce advisor, but
Okay.
you'd be able to take care of that.
All right, awesome. All right, then that is what I will do, and yeah, I don't want to be unfair. So, like, I mean, but Timmick, Morharon, are we going after frogs or are we going after a troll?
Leave that up to Moron to decide.
5,000 gold is kind of a no-brainer.
I like the way you do math.
Off we go then. Let's wake up the little lady and head that direction.
All right, so you guys are able to. Yeah, she goes. Akumi looks at you, goes very well. Here is just the basic general things again. Like I said, 5,000 gold for a job done, provided they're all eradicated, and an extra $500 per claw that you bring back. And like I said, it is somewhere between Pinewall and the Cloud Spire. I'd probably either ask around there to figure out their exact whereabouts, or some of the folks there may be able to give you a little bit better information. All I know is that it's frog people. You might even want to check in with the excuse me. You might even want to check in with Lieutenant General Stebrin to figure out exactly, because he's the one that actually gave us this contract. or had it dispatched from one of his advisors.
Indeed.
And with that, you guys are able to head back. You actually see Anon as she kind of follows you back and then goes over to Jezin and has a general conversation with him very quickly. And then Morharon, as you go up, you do find Juliet still sleeping.
This was... They said we have a discount on
Yes.
stuff there. What do they have?
All right. If when you inquire about that, Ikumi goes, well, we have a pretty substantial store of healing potions in general. At least for guild members to purchase. We actually basically give them at half their value because we are actually, we want you guys to be able to be successful on your particular endeavors, so we figure we can do our best to help you out. We also do have a few Masterwork Weapons if you'd like some of those in order to be able to. They're basically better crafted, so you can hit a little bit better.
It is also my understanding that you have an agreement with Idan over at the Wandering Hippogriff. If I'm not mistaken.
He's a bastard, if that's what you mean.
I will grant you that.
Well, may not be worth much, but tell him I sent you, and say that it behooves him to offer us a little bit more of a discount. If he hears my name, he'll know it's legit.
And this is a non, correct?
Adon, yeah. Adon Bach, the trader at the Majestic Hippogriff.
I didn't have the last name, so.
B-O-H-K-E. Oh, sorry, B-H-O-K-H-E.
I'd be looking for two things. If you have some better crafted weapons, I usually swing with something like this, and I'll show my maul. And then I'll say, we've also we've had our fair share of run-ins with those froggy-type creatures. If you had anything that could keep us from being poisoned, that'd probably be a help to us as well.
Well, I believe I do have some basic antidote of, or kind of what you're looking for as far as that's concerned.
You can make poison, but not antidote with the alchemy gel.
I'm not finding what I want to find right now, so I'm getting kind of flustered. Yeah, I'll just say that it's like, yeah, I do have that. Normally it would be 50 gold pieces, but I can get it to you for 25. Oh, I gotta drop the band hammer. Hold on, guys.
Sorry, not doing my job. Doing my jab.
I mean, you can drop the band hammer if you want.
And then,
Hammer.
what about the weapons? Friend here likes to use a spear. This guy swings a big stick, and well, I smash with a hammer. So.
Oh, it's not letting me. Okay, come on. It's not letting me do what I want to do. Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once.
That's all right.
Band hammer. There we go. Yes. So for those Masterwork Weapons specifically, we do have. Like I said, we have the basic ones. So like for your mace and your spear, that would actually be no problem. We have a few of those. So for one of those, normally they'd be priced at they'd be priced at 400. We can get them to you for 200 gold pieces.
And DM to me, is it just a +1?
It's a +1 to your attack,
Yeah,
but not your damage.
I want to say, yeah, I'll throw him 50 gold for that.
How much was it for that?
It was 200 gold pieces for that.
Because technically, we have 9 gems at 50 gold pieces a piece as well.
Yeah. I literally have like 197 if I do all my silver and gold and copper. But yeah, we have the gems 3. Okay, so yeah, I'll do it. I'll do that.
All right. You do now have a +1 to attack, not damage, but +1 to attack rolls. Mace. Also known as a Masterwork.
Nice.
You actually, looking at it, in addition to it kind of being a similar, like it's a mace at the end of the day, but it seems like the points are almost made out of like a kind of a much more finer crafted metal, and then when you feel the mace in your hand, it's not heavy in your hand except for the blunt end. It's almost like it's been balanced properly, so it doesn't feel like you're wielding this kind of like weird unbalanced club. Like it feels like it's just easier to kind of like flip or wing around, but it still weighs the same as your other one.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, maul, not mace, small. Excuse me.
I got that math right in my thing. In the inventory. All right.
And then, like I said, we also do have standard potions that you can also buy, but for half price. So we do have inventory of. Once I go back to it, currently right now we've got 5 potions of greater healing, which would be 25 gold pieces a piece. 3 potions of greater for 75. We have 1 superior healing potion right now, but that one's going to be 225.
25, you say for the
For the regulars, yeah. We have 5 of them right now.
Math. I was gonna say I'll buy 4 of those.
Yep. So that would be 100 gold pieces.
Done.
Okay. Now you're going shopping.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's head that way then. So.
All right. So you're able to go ahead and you do a Moharan eventually go and find Juliet, still asleep upstairs, unawares of anything that's happened.
Kill. Do you wake me up?
I'll wake you up.
What did you say?
I attempt to. I don't know what.
Murder.
It's the last thing you do. No, Juliet, you are awoken eventually by Moharan kind of rustling you to wake. Not roughly or anything like that, but he's able to kind of like jostle you awake and get you.
Why, Mormon? Why so early?
We got a job for 5,000 gold.
Give me 5 minutes. I'll be right there. What time is it? Why does my head hurt? Did I drink the whole bottle last time?
No.
I was gonna say about 4 sips.
Very quickly.
About half.
We tried more. It was pretty bad.
Don't worry. I drank mine and finished yours. And I'm fine.
Was I cute at least when I passed out?
No, Moharan threw you over his shoulder and
I
carried
mean,
you.
your head didn't hit the table, so.
That's positive as per protocol, I guess.
It could have been worse.
Well, I do have something that's a lot worse that I should tell you guys about. I guess I can tell you guys in the cart.
Speaking of the cart, one of these days. Proper cart.
I get dressed, I get ready, I go to Jessen. Can I please have the strongest
No.
coffee? I was going to say coffee.
Oh.
I don't drink on the job all the time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No. We can definitely do that for you, Miss Juliet. I just wanted to make sure we didn't have a repeat of last night. You got after it. And he kind of turns back, and he's able to brew you a cup of coffee. He actually makes it in kind of like a odd, like, it's definitely like, it's not like a high-end establishment, but like Jessen's really trying, and he like takes out this kind of like slow drip maker and like puts in like a filter, or like some sort of filter, and kind of like drizzles water over it and lets it like slow drip down into. I mean, it's not anything like super fancy. Like it's kind of like he threw it together himself, but like again, it isn't a fancy joint, but like he's trying really hard.
And it's all that matters. I doubt it.
All right.
Good call.
The hangover subsides for the most part.
Okay.
Should have tried my remedy.
Gimmick, I will never drink chunky milk in my life.
Do it yourself. Wouldn't have a hangover.
I'll try it the next time.
Somebody
It might actually help your drinking capabilities in the future if you start drinking the chunky milk.
Oh, that's why you have such a high constitution.
The dwarven secret.
You drink that. That's what makes you so invincible.
It's alcohol.
It's the chunky
But
milk.
it's invincible to, Borheron's maul hitting me.
All right, let's get in the cart. Let's go wherever you guys are supposed to go.
We're crushing frogs.
Why would anyone pay us 5,000 for frogs?
Yeah, we're just going down to the local stream and where the kids go to catch and step on them.
So about that, feel like was there a time limit on this, or was there just like basically?
No, there and with most
I'm assuming most
contracts,
of them were, as soon as possible, obviously.
Right, as soon as possible, but like they're contracted out because they get the job done, but they get the job done when they have, when they take care of their own, if that makes sense. Like they do it on their own time. Like they try to do it as quickly and expeditiously as possible to make money, but like it's on your own time.
All right, because I feel like
it's almost like it's a side job.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a side hustle.
Okay.
All right. So we need to do this, right? And that's very important. But I didn't mean to do that. I was looking at my skills.
There goes your +1. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I mean, we still have Morharon's wounds. We still have to discuss the possibilities of how to stop these Duergar, or Juliet's family, as it were. No offense. Obviously, family sometimes gets away from us.
We need to talk about.
I mean, definitely. I think we can probably find a more private place even than the tavern, like if we went ahead like towards the keep, because I feel like you should probably talk to, somebody, general or something, just to make sure that they're apprised of the situation, and that should something happen, where we can be found.
So do we head out of tavern now?
Yeah, we're definitely, like I said, we should head to the keep. We'll talk to, where is, I got a name here. Give me a second. Technically, Red noticed these names. It's Ben.
Yeah.
I'm great with faces, not so much. Probably either Lieutenant General Lyra. I mean, I don't assume we need to go all the way up the chain, do we?
You would know, at least for reporting back, it would probably be a good. I mean, given that your father gave you this particular, it may be a little bit more important to make sure he's appraised of it, just instinctually. But I mean, you can always report it to Lyra, and she'll report it up the chain as well. It's up to you.
I guess we'll go talk to the Duke.
You don't have to talk to Daddy.
Man. Yeah. Just some. It's okay. All right. Yeah. So we'll go talk to the Duke, and I'll let. I didn't write his name down either. Damn it! I'm not doing good tonight. The Master of Coin know about the bounty as well.
Yeah. Okay.
On the way, if Juliet would like to inform us of any new information she may have.
She would, yes. So, remember me telling you guys that I sold my soul to a patron and stuff like that? Yeah, and then I have magical powers.
Right.
A cool sword that drinks blood. Yeah, okay. He came to me last night again. So condescending and smug for freaking lion or tiger, whatever. Could be a bear, I'm not sure. But he basically told me that I'm a pawn in a game, and there's more things that's out there that's looking for me, and that the Duergar want how did he say it? Something that they want to be in power. It was a very confusing dream vision. I'm also still probably a little drunk as I'm explaining this.
So maybe your family didn't hire the Duergar.
I don't think they did, because Duergar and Drow, we don't get along. We're on the very opposite sides of the spectrum. My people want to... it's not good. So we try to...
Sentiment.
We avoid each other, like we avoid the deep gnomes and the mind flayers and all those guys, but it's... He was saying there's more stuff. He called me desirable, which is just so creepy. But I think what he was trying to say is there's more out there, and they want me as a token to flaunt in front of
either your family or to, as a show of power. That would be a bold, but if successful, good strategy. So,
not sure what that means, but I figured you guys would. And since I no longer have to hide, that I made a deal with something that I don't know what it is. Yeah, that's what he said. Maybe one day you guys can meet him and see how creepy.
So about that, as I may have mentioned, like as we're walking, maybe again with maybe not mentioning that in front of either the Duke or the clerics.
I have no interest in doing that.
Okay, I assumed as much. I feel like it's something you've grown used to avoiding and or dealing with.
I kept it from you guys for this long.
This is true. This is true. Just know that my father's definitely not as open-minded as myself.
Ah,
He's a good
Oh.
man, but just very single-minded in his devotion.
well. Then I should not say, I will not say, shall not say a single thing.
But
Sir Red.
we do have information that they don't. That's good. We can. We just need to find a way. Now I'm thinking. We can set a trap for the Duergar. You just have to find a way of letting them know where you're going to be.
I was scared he was going to say that. Why am I bait?
No. We don't actually have to use you as bait. We just tell them it's the T-Rex all over again. We tell them you are headed to Cloudspire or Pinewall. And we pit the Frogmen versus the Duergar. We clean up what's left.
So you're saying that we make them do most of our dirty work?
Work smart, not hard. You should work hard too. Don't get me wrong. There's no getting away from hard work. But
You're no
there's
fun.
room for
Lord.
smarts in there too.
Maury, Timmick, what do you think of this? I mean, I was bait for a T-Rex. Timmick was definitely bait.
Yeah. Just fine, because it worked out fine. It
Unfortunately.
didn't work out, I wouldn't still be here, so
Unfortunately.
We are
try it again.
compiling quite the list.
But if go ahead, Marha.
I was just saying we're developing ourselves quite the long list of things to accomplish.
Kill 5 birds with 1 stone. Sorry, Timmick. Dale, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. We're not going to kill any birds.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna attack you one of these days.
One day he's just fly straight out.
Dale loves me. He would never hurt me.
Uh-huh.
As he eyes you suspiciously from Timmick's beard. Killing 10 birds. It again, just an idea.
But it's so crazy it can work.
It could. And again, we don't actually have to be there. Or, initially speaking. Plus, honestly, it's marginally less worrisome if it's not your family. If this is a rogue group of Duergar, looking to make a power play of some sort, could possibly, be a desperate move for a smaller group or, mercenary type company or something.
Sure.
So that's, again,
How would we get the message to them? Is the question.
man, if only we hadn't killed those orcs.
Look, I'll take blame for one of them. I know.
No, we didn't have this information at that time. I tease. But we'll figure something out.
Figure something out.
All right. Yeah. So need to have an audience. I don't know, I know I can just walk in. More or less. But how does that work with the troop? If they're with me, are they cool to just go into the study or what have you?
Well, they did last time, so that wouldn't be a problem in this sense. And at this point, your father is aware of the fact that you are traveling with 3 other people, and that's
okay.
So you are able to enter into the keep, and again, you walk into this big giant columned corridor with the kind of again, I call them thrones, but the nice detailed wood, functional kind of dais kind of places for your
Just
family
enough
to sit.
to let you know, these are the people in charge.
Exactly. And then you do know your father's quarters and the the strategy room are just to the rear of that portion. You do see wandering around Lady Chiton. You also do see Sir Degger kind of walking around. He's kind of a middle-aged kind of male individual. He dressed very extravagantly in a number of different blues and golds with kind of a fur overcoat around him. It is, even though it is a billion degrees, he still is keeping some sort of order of decorum. And he has really meticulously coiffed hair. As he's kind of walking around, he kind of gives you a nod.
Yeah. I'll just tell him don't go far. After I'm done talking to my father, have something for you.
Oh yes, sir. Don't worry. I won't go traveling far.
Thank you.
And you're able to kind of make your way back to the quarters and enter into your father's room, where you actually see a scene of more individuals. So you do see your father. You do see General Balkin standing there. You actually also do see Lieutenant General Lyra is there as well. You actually do see also Captain Othro, who is a female, dark-skinned female with kind of cornrows. She has on her hilt a fairly large greatsword and a bow over her shoulder. Who normally is usually at the Cloudspire, usually under General Advision, General Advisor to General Davies up there, and they turn back and go, "Good, you need to be in here for this too. You and your friends. Come here." As your father kind of calls you over to the table, and in front of you, you actually see a fairly large map of kind of the northern portion of the continent of Theoba, which I actually am going to try to replicate for you guys here in 1 second, once all the dice roll like crazy on this map, because every time I turn away from it, it goes nuts. Let me see here.
Hey.
Once I get it to actually load and make sure this is not the map I want, that's the reason why I was double checking before we went over there. This is the one I want. Come on. Of course, it's not letting me. Okay, I'm gonna pull it out of there. There we go. Sorry, guys. Best laid plans always work the way you want them to.
Of course. All right. I'm excited.
Yeah, everything I do believe is the way I want it to be. So we will pull you guys over there, and we will pull the stream over there.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh shit.
All right. So let me get you all up to speed. I take it the fact that you're back here, surely everything went well. So, come on. Trying to get to where I need to be. We've gathered some more intel by the different scouts that we have here within the regiment. It would appear that the raiding party that was traveling in and around the continent was actually part of a much larger force. There are reports out of Pinewell that the small outpost of Elderwater has been overrun. Sightings of other forces have been seen east of the Darktop Mountain and have begun their march south. Scouts are also reporting a much larger force stationed just south of Darktop, moving southeast toward the towns of Timberwood and Deer Meadow. Some of the forces are stationed in Deer Meadow, but Timberwood is really only protected by marauders and hired swords that have no means to stop this army. New recruits are being trained feverishly over at the Ember Garrison in preparation for the attack on the city, but that'll take time. Thistlebrush is mostly gnomes and halflings. I don't know what they have to defend themselves. Pinewall and Wieldstone each have their own forces, as you can see here on the war map. Now, like I said, it would appear that the forces that we're seeing are coming from here, here, and here. We believe that the biggest force is located, and for whatever reason, garrisoned just outside of the old Witchworm tomb. The Witchworm tomb. Here. This appears to be their most concentrated force. It appears to be the most well-armed. We have the ability to manipulate this the way we need to. We could ask for aid from some of the places outside of our rule. That being the towns of Shadowmoor, or the cities of Shadowmoor, Dreadmire, and Thistlebrush. But halfling and gnomes, I'm not sure what they can help us with. The folks in Dreadmire are slavers that there's a lot of political implications if we include them in on this endeavor. There is also risk involving the folks in Shadowmoor because they're not slavers, but you might as well. They're mainly marauders, pirates, things of that nature. With Elderwater being taken out, we anticipate this particular unit's next move maybe to rejoin with these ones down here, but we're not sure. We currently can't defend everything. Now, one thing we could do is send smaller force of individuals to kind of almost in a guerrilla sense choke off their supplies. Try to make this into kind of a hold pat situation. Fortunately, doing that means we might lose Timberwood in the process. Unless we can get support or can be good at maneuvering our troops around, depending on where these units might move. The other thing we could do is take them off at the head. If we can stop, or at least stop the leader, or at least stave off, like I said, they're garrisoned there and they appear to be growing despite the fact that they haven't, from what my scouts say, they're growing and they're coming from inside the tomb. How this is happening, I'm not sure, but if we don't stop that, we can expect to be overrun fairly quickly. Shirley? What do you think? And that's where we're going to leave it tonight.
No. Oh.
So that was fun.
Yeah.
So we will be back next week with hopefully some answers to what the plan is for you guys moving forward. But until then, I want to make sure that you guys all stay safe. If you haven't yet, like I said at the beginning of the show, if you go to the YouTube side of things, the VODs will be there on Sundays. The podcast will be on Spotify and all the other podcasting platforms on all those platforms on Sunday as well. I'm getting all flustered. There's a bunch of links for a bunch of the cool stuff down below that you should check out, like the Discord channel, all that kind of cool stuff. And again, thank you to Sleepy Dragons, Need Coffee, and for the awesome art that you guys have seen on stream today. And until next time, guys, happy gaming.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.